Gaius Julius Caesar de Bello Gallico, episode 32. Omnibus rebus ad profectionem compardratis diem dicunt, qua die ad ripam Hrodani omnes conveniant. Is dies erdrat ante diem quintam calendas apriles Lucio Pisone aulo Gabinio consulibus. First we'll give a rough translation and then look at some of the grammar. When everything was prepared for departure, they fix a day, on which day, at the bank of the Rhone River, all would gather. This day was the 5th day before the calends of April, when Lucius Piso and Aulus Gabinius were consuls. The sentence begins with this phrase, omnibus through compardratis, and this is what we call an ablative absolute. Remember, the ablative absolute requires 3 different elements. First, a noun or pronoun in the ablative case, rebus. Secondly, a modifying participle in the ablative case, comparatis. And third, it is distinct from, separate from, the rest of the sentence, grammatically. That's why it's called absolute. So first we have rebus, feminine plural ablative. This is from the 5th declension noun, res, rei, which is feminine. It's one of 2 nouns that decline completely of the 5th declension, the second one being dies. Omnibus is modifying rebus, same gender number case, and so is comparatis. These are both adjectives. Comparatis is a special kind of adjective called a participle. It's a perfect passive participle. It's from the first conjugation verb comparo, comparare, like so, which means to prepare or to acquire. In this instance, perhaps, get ready. The participle here, comparatis, from the verb comparare, generally patterns with the preposition ad, and here is its object, profectionem. This is a 3rd declension noun, profectio, profectionis, and it is feminine. It means a departure. It is related to the verb proficiscor, which means to set out or to go somewhere. So when everything was prepared for setting out, diem dicunt. Dicunt, 3rd plural, present indicative active. Its object is diem, which is feminine, singular, and accusative. Now this is a present tense, but this is what we would call the historical present, or the praesens historicum. In other words, Caesar uses this tense not because it is happening at the time that he writes it, but for the sake of vividness. So when we translate, we can say, they fix or determine a day, they decree a day. What follows then is a relative clause from qua through conveniant. It's a relative clause of characteristic because conveniant is a subjunctive. It's a 3rd plural, present, subjunctive, and active. On which day, everyone, omnes, is to gather, conveniant. This is from the 4th conjugation convenio, convenire, like so. On which day all are to gather, where? Ad ripam, feminine singular accusative, at the bank of the Rhone River, Hrodani. And here is a satellite image of the modern-day city of Geneva with Lake Leman and the Rhone River as it exits. In the final sentence, then, Caesar is going to tell us what day this was. Is dies, this day was. Notice how here da is feminine, as evidenced by its modification with qua, but here dies is masculine because it's modified by is, which is masculine, singular, and nominative. So dies is a 5th declension noun, dies, dae, which can be either masculine or feminine. So on that day, or that day was, ante diem, that's what the ad stands for, ante diem, before the 5th day, ante diem quintam, before the 5th day of the calendis aprilis, and the calends of April. So the calends of April is the 1st of April. We count backwards from the 1st of April if it's 5 days before, but we count inclusively. So April 1, March 31, March 30, March 29, March 28. So that's the day. This is March 28th, on the 5th day before the calends of April. And then we have an ablative absolute here, Lucio Pisone and Aulo Gabinio were consuls. So here we have masculine, plural, and ablative. This is how you date something in Roman history. It's like saying during the Ford administration or the Clinton administration, while Lucius Piso and Aulus Gabinius were consuls. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.